last 2 years, President Bola Tinubu's administration has faced persistent security challenges, including terrorism, banditry, kidnapping, and header-farmer conflicts. Despite efforts to address these issues, insecurity remains a significant concern. The government has reported some success, particularly in the northwest, where the military has restored order and reduced threats. However, opposition parties and human rights organizations have criticized the administration for failing to effectively tackle insecurity. Joining me now on this discussion is Brigadier General Sani Usman, a former Army spokesperson. Thank you very much for speaking with us. It's been 2 years of this administration. Give us a ballpark view of their efforts and what the reality is today.
Good evening, and thank you for having me on your program. I would rather say the security challenges in the country remain of great concern simply because the desired success is not commensurate to the expectations of most Nigerians. But that does not mean that substantial progress has not been made. Quite contrary to it, a lot of progress has been made. What remains actually is the fact that there are other gaps that need to be nipped so that we can be able to have the progress that we require. What I am trying to say here is that the security challenges, bulk of the approach is more or less like reactionary as against preemptive. And this stems from the simple fact that when you are dealing with security challenges of this magnitude, you need to approach it with a kind of whole society approach, every component of Nigerian society. And you have just rightly said, there are divergent views in, among Nigerians. The government is saying this, whereas opposition and other, civil society groups are saying the other. I think the most important thing is the average Nigerian. Is he fully secured? If the answer is yes, then so be it. But if he or she is not, or there is no sense, because there are two things, sense of feeling secure and being secure. So both of them have to go hand in glove with each other. So basically that is it. So it's more or less like a work in progress. If you notice in the southwest, northwest, substantial progress has been made. For instance, in the days or years past, maybe the road from Kaduna to Abuja was more or less like no-go area, but now people fly it even in the night. So that is an indicator that at least there is an improvement. And of course, the persistent attacks that we used to have in some parts of the Northwest are no longer there. Of course, you have instances, particularly in the North Central. So that is telling you something that fundamentally there are still things that need to be done, or there are still issues that need to be addressed. And to a large extent, this will not be if you are working at cross purposes with each other. That means we need to mobilize the whole society to have a fair understanding that security in this country is a collective responsibility, and there is a limit to which the government or the security agencies can perform without the cooperation of an average citizen. And that requires sensitization so that people will understand that a problem in Katsina State, for instance, has a corresponding effect on the people in Ebonyi State or even Lagos State. And the earlier we understand this, the better. So let us face security challenges devoid of extraneous variables, so that everybody will be on the same page with each other, so that we can assist the security agencies. Instead of reacting, they will be preempting these security challenges. And most importantly, again, if you look at it, anytime you have security challenge, is the question of either good or bad governance. There is no two ways about it. To what extent are you addressing the root causes of some of the security challenges? Some of them, they are local in nature, that before you allow them to escalate, you can be able to deal with them. The starting point is...
Brigadier General, we're very pressed for time, so I just want you to speak on a specific subject in 40 seconds if you can. Talk to us about equipping our military officials better?
Of course, the government has been doing the best it could, and there is substantial progress in terms of logistics and equipping of the military. And of course, like everything else, you may not have the required thing that you need, but I think they need more, and the government has indicated intention of adding more to them. And you have seen so many platforms have been acquired. So basically, it is not just the issue of equipment, but you need the support of the society, because these things are very, very important. That is why even in war, an offense against morale is a capital offense. So there is no way you can be working across purposes with each other when you are facing an existential threat that will affect each and every one of us.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for speaking with us. We appreciate your time.
Thank you so much, too.